I'm Steve Adubato. You know that because you saw the introduction of the show. But more importantly, I'm pleased to welcome once again our good friend Michele Siekerka, who is the President and Chief Executive Officer of the New Jersey Business and Industry Association. Michele, for those who don't know, describe NJBIA.
We are the voice for business in the state of New Jersey. Every day we're out advocating for a good business climate in the state of New Jersey, making sure that businesses can grow, thrive, survive, create new jobs.
And to that end, this publication, New Jersey Business, is your publication.
Yes.
We happen to cross-promote in there as well. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the fact that there is a report that's out. Not really a report, but you had a summit.
Yes.
On what day?
So September 18th, Opportunity New Jersey is an organization that I co-chair with Tom Bracken of the New Jersey State Chamber of Commerce.
Right.
We've had this organization for almost 2 years now, and we hosted a summit because we need to set an agenda for affordability in the state of New Jersey. We are in a situation right now in the state of New Jersey where, regardless of if I'm talking about a small business, a taxpayer, a parent who has a kid going off to college next year, affordability rings true to you because New Jersey is no longer affordable.
So we're actually taping this program right before the gubernatorial election. Either he or she will be the governor of this state. What should he or she be focused on?
We need to have an honest discussion of how and why New Jersey became unaffordable, how we lost our competitive edge to our two border states, Pennsylvania and New York, who honestly are our #1 and #2 out-migration states for New Jersey residents.
We're losing
population
to them?
And money to them. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Steve. Over the last 13 years, New Jersey has lost a net adjusted gross income $21 billion out of the state of New Jersey, the #1 and #2 out-migration state. Pennsylvania, New York are two border states. We are not regionally competitive, and we've gotten to a tipping point where New Jerseyans just feel that New Jersey is no longer affordable. So we proactively are saying we need an agenda for affordability in the state of New Jersey.
And give me a couple of the solutions or recommendations the summit came up with.
Well, we focus in 4 areas. So taxation. We need to look at why are property taxes what they are? How do we fund education in the state of New Jersey, which drives over 85% of property tax, depending upon where you live, okay? But that's what's driving it. We need to have an honest discussion with the cost of funding education in the state of New Jersey. It's great that we're #1 in the nation in our K-12, but when we're costing over $19,000 per pupil per year times 13 years, and then exporting half those students outside the state of New Jersey.
We lose them after they graduate.
When they choose to go on to 4-year traditional higher ed, almost half of them go out of the state of New Jersey to do it. After that investment,
we're not keeping them here.
We are not keeping them here.
And then very often they don't wind up coming back home to do what they do professionally.
Correct. And then those that stay here are significantly challenged in affording to live here and create independence. You know, the #2 statistic is we are #1 in the nation for millennials living at home with their parents. That tells you we lack affordability for millennials in the state of New Jersey.
What do we need to do?
Well, we talked about taxes. The next thing
I want to be clear.
Yes.
You got income taxes, you got a sales tax, you got property taxes.
Corporate business tax. Mm-hmm.
Are you saying that taxes should be cut across the board?
What I'm saying is that we need to ensure that we have regional competitiveness in the cost. And embedded in that is the taxes in the state of New Jersey, because they drive a lot of the lack of affordability in the state of New Jersey.
Devil's advocate. When we interviewed both candidates for governor, again, one of whom will be the governor, the issue of the pension crisis in the state, the public employee pension crisis comes up. And so it's, I don't know, 50, 60, maybe $80 billion in a hole in terms of the unfunded liability. The point here is, so you ask the question, where's the money going to come from? And some say you raise taxes on the wealthiest people in the state to fund the public employee pension crisis so that you can pay those who are public employees who are going to retire at some point. And you're sitting there going, no. You can't because?
Because I just gave you a statistic of the affluence that left the state of New Jersey and that we lost. If we had $21 billion that stayed in the state of New Jersey into our general fund that we could use to fund our safety net programs, our pension, our education, you know, we hear talk of a millionaire's tax. Who do you think's leaving the state of New Jersey? We should be proud that we have millionaires. We should want to make millionaires every day in the state of New Jersey, not just make them, keep them. We have individuals every day who increase their affluence in this state. They come here, they work here. We have great paying jobs in the state of New Jersey. We have a highly skilled workforce. And then we let them leave. And they accumulate this wealth and they take it to another economy and they spend it. And we lose the spending power.
So here's my question. Again, we're in an interesting spot because we want to talk big picture with Michele, but one of these two candidates will be the governor of the state. Say the governor of the state has a publicly stated philosophy of taxing millionaires more. How would the New Jersey Business Industry Association engage that governor?
Well, where we start is that a millionaire's tax is a tax on small business.
How so?
Because when you have businesses that are S-corps, even some LLCs, their tax returns...
A limited liability corporation
Thank
or an
you.
S-corp
Yes.
is a federal tax identification.
Status, exactly.
Yeah, status, go ahead.
So what happens is when they do their taxes every year, their tax return, their business income flows through their individual return. So now you have a business owner, small business S-corp, okay? The money they make through their business flows through their individual return. So they may look like they're a millionaire, but that's a small business owner. That's their business money coming in. And they're taking that money and putting it back into their business. Right. They're not going out and buying a yacht with it. They're putting it back in their business. They're creating jobs with that money. That money is at risk when we do that. So now some out there will say, no, it's really the millionaires. And then I come back and I say, okay, every time a millionaire leaves the state of New Jersey, we lose the ability to tax their money. We just fought for elimination of estate tax.
Tell
right?
everyone, yeah, because New Jersey is, actually I was doing one of the forums I was moderating for you and your colleagues at Business Industry Association, dealt with this issue. And it was an ongoing conversation that New Jersey was the most expensive state in the nation to die in.
Absolutely.
Two taxes, explain the double taxation.
Well, we had a state tax at a threshold of $675,000 plus inheritance tax.
The inheritance tax.
Exactly. So now if you think about what $675,000 was, that could be a house and a pension in the state of New Jersey, expensive state, okay? That's not a millionaire. That's not a millionaire in the state of New Jersey. So what we successfully did is we advocated for elimination of the estate tax so that we could be competitive with that number one and number two out-migration state. Pennsylvania has no estate tax whatsoever. That's why New Jerseyans moved in the past to Pennsylvania to avoid estate tax. January 1 of 2018, estate tax goes away forever in the state of New Jersey. We need to preserve that. Now, why is that so important relative to millionaires tax? Because the CPA Society, our friends at the CPA Society tell us this year, as they're counseling their wealthy clients, they're saying, guess what? You don't have to run out of the state of New Jersey because the estate tax will be eliminated. And if you were leaving for that reason, you can now stay. But now you know what they're going to have to say? Oh, but by the way, we're going to increase and have a millionaire's tax and tax you over 10% on $1 million.
So a few seconds left. Anytime people say, you know what, you got to go after the money from those who have the most, you're saying it's not so black and white.
Because when they leave the state of New Jersey, we have no money to go after.
Michele Siekerka is the president and the chief executive officer of the New Jersey Business and Industry Association. Been around for a couple of years? It's been around?
3 years.
No, you've been around for 3 years. They've been around.
Oh, my gosh, they've been around for 107 years.
Is that really right?
107 years.
And this publication, New Jersey Business, check it out. I learn every month in this publication. You should as well. Michele, I want to thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Pleasure's always, Steve.
We'll be right back, right after this.
The preceding program has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of Caucus New Jersey has been provided by the Healthcare Foundation of New Jersey, Caldwell University, New Jersey Sharing Network, Virtua, Qualcare Inc., Verizon, and by the law firm of Gibbons PC. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. Caucus New Jersey has been produced in partnership with TriStar Studios.